the them how to shotgun out of with a straw. Hey, out of bottles, let's go.
Or shotgunning out of straws. Let's go.
Yeah,
That's
even
the best
in
way to do
California,
it.
with plastic straws in California, no
Okay,
less.
that's not California. Well, metal straw or bust.
No, it's plastic, buddy, with the bendy. It's with the bendy.
And
I
you
mean,
heard it here first. Johnsy hates whales.
it's turtles and whatever. Still feel like that was a
Whales
setup.
got blowholes and they matter, damn it. Don't you dare discriminate on the TDN about the
Don't
whales.
don't get mad. Hey, look, don't you got to get mad at the whale hunters from that one country that I'm not going to name because we love our people out there. But the one we dropped two bombs on,
Okay.
infer from
Yeah.
history, folks.
Shout out Hiroshima. Rest in peace.
Nagasaki.
Oh
Yay.
God. Oh God. All right. All right. All right.
There goes
We
that
got
monetization.
in our state of minds, we need to avoid those topics for
I
sure.
know. I'm so sorry. It's
Ugh.
already bad. Hey, this
But
podcast,
remember the Cheech and Chong though, where they had like that save the whales but shoot the seals.
dude. I almost spit all over my computer.
Save the
Hey,
freaking whales,
whales.
but shoot the seals.
Seals.
Save the whales.
Definitely don't shoot seals unless you're looking for some serious jail time. Like
Unless you're an Alaskan and a native to the land, then you can
only
see them.
if you're native, yeah.
Anybody can prove. Hey, tonight's sponsor, Genetic 51, where you poop in a cup, and you might too be a native Alaskan.
Is that a real thing?
I think you can poop in a cup and find out about your family.
I thought it was that one you just spit in it or something.
Oh, the swab test? What is the name of that?
Here's the deal. Look, conspiracy theories aside, nothing like that here on the Dude Network. I'm not giving my DNA to anybody that I don't see face to face.
I already got it, Johnsy. Have you never done blood work in your life? You've never had blood drawn.
I saw them. It's not. I'm not just like, no. I hope this goes to exactly who I am hoping it goes to.
Yeah.
No. You ever send
off? True story on that.
You ever send off for like that Crayola pack when you were a kid, but you put all your change in there and nothing ever comes because some asshole down at the post office stole all your change? Okay, well, I've heard of stories like that happening.
What the hell happened to you?
And I'm just saying, I don't need my DNA ending up at some crime scene or something ridiculous. I don't know. Call me crazy, but we are digressing.
Always been team. If you really want to steal this DNA, have at it.
Oh yeah, I'm like, it's not.
If you want to weaken your country's gene pool, take all my DNA and redistribute it as you wish. I mean,
I don't know about weaken, buddy. You're kind of a large stature, good built gentleman.
Kinda, I guess.
Anyway, folks, speaking of well built gentlemen, this show is brought to you by Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer. They have the classic beer flavored light beer right there. Our man Tony's got it. Always on
small
deck.
batch, 4%.
Yes, very good. How does it taste?
It says on
light,
top,
crisp.
The garage is always open.
Always open. If you see right behind us, they have a green can. That's because they do have a lime version. It's available in four or five states.
It's basically available all through Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. And sales are blowing up in all three states, and that is the path to keep expanding from there. Is the best.
We're working on getting it out here to the West because I
know we need it. We need it. Everybody needs this because
I'm just saying
save a lot of the world's problems.
They'll love it out here. I promise they will. So hey man, how was your week? You had a banging. This is a foodie show.
We had our first barbecue pop-up Friday, sold out. It was a shit ton of food. We probably had over 100 orders, I've figured out. Yeah, because we had like a stack of like 150 styrofoam trays, and there was less than 50 left. So we probably had close to like 120 orders. Yesterday was like hangover. When you lift 5 smokers in and out of the back of a truck 4 times in a day, you're a little tired the next day when you're fat and out of shape like me. But it was so good. We booked another one for August 5th in the same city. People were the feedback has been killer.
Let's go.
It's been a blessed weekend, man. I mean, there's been some family stuff and mixed in there to try to dampen the mood, but not letting it happen. Not gonna bring me down.
Take that down the road there, Hoss.
Yeah, that
here.
If that family member had a name, it'd be Bruce. So don't bring me down, Bruce.
Don't bring me down, Bruce. I got you.
I love it. That's chemistry, folks. You want to be a podcaster?
Yeah.
Develop some chemistry.
You can't even write that. You can't even write that right there. Just
shout out West Virginia. Always in my thoughts and prayers.
Okay, West Virginia.
Third world country. 304 is the zip code because they're a third world country, but we're going to fix that. We're going to make West Virginia great again.
Well, the Northeast is getting pretty hammered right now, apparently.
With what? West Virginia?
No, I said the Northeast.
They don't matter.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Canada extended.
Or something.
It's maple syrup extended up there.
There was
cheese and maple syrup and.
Well, we care about maple syrup around here, homie.
The American kind, though. Up there, that's Canadian.
No. I want that natural, organic, straight from the trees. And,
support a local farmer. Shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% on that. Up in Alaska, there was like a 7.2 earthquake out in the middle of somewhere. There's like a tsunami warning. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
now there's like a ripple effect of seismic. Yeah. Shout out Dutch Sense. You heard it?
Oh boy.
We're not about conspiracies, but we watch Dutch Sense. Yeah.
Something like that.
I will say I just like the earthquake report for that guy. Conspiracy or no conspiracy, that guy is super intelligent.
He knows.
Informative.
Yeah. Like he's like Ukulele J with tornadoes on Earth.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Oh, man, that's different. That's Friday night topic. So that's Friday.
You're right. We're here about food, and we did book. You did not just come here to listen to us blabber all night. We got a pair,
maybe
a couple. Maybe you did. It was. You should have came for the people we're about to bring on. First couple on the Dude Network.
This is first.
The Foodie Show. We had Twist and Bitters on the Friday night.
Yeah.
First foodie couple on the Dude Network, and I'm not one to brag about where I'm from, like someone else on the network, hombre, but a couple from Cali.
You would never.
I had to bring some Cali love into the mix because
again.
Okay. Who invited this guy?
This is what 20 beers combined looks like.
Yeah, amen, brother. I'm struggling here to keep it together. But
they're probably like all back there, all serious. Like
they're like, "What did we get ourselves? Why did we agree to this?"
Like this, I told you not to do it.
Yeah. But hey, I know most of you guys have seen their stuff. They pumping out awesome barbecue. They do a lot of other crazy good stuff in the kitchen. A lot of that Hispanic blend, tacos. There it is. The brain's not working. But
tacos!
Crazy fact, they're like right down the road from where John Z was born. Without further ado, Anthony and Allie from CYB Barbecue.
What up?
Hey guys.
They stuck around. They didn't abandon us. Look at that.
Right.
I almost
Love the
ran
hat,
out.
by the way. Love the hat. Let's go, Angels.
Got a rep, Got a rep.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the longest playoff drought in MLB.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good seeing you.
Well,
bye.
Shout out. Hey, rest in peace to Tawny's Angels career in about 2 days.
He's a Guardians fan, so let's
Yeah.
Who's that?
Hey, we got uniforms and everything. I don't want to hear you guys' bullshit about it either. Shout out Damon on his vacation. By the way, real quick, we didn't talk about this. No, not clapping for Damon. No.
Not clapping for
Mr. Sandbagger of personal interest just subtly drops that he's going to Santee Cooper for vacation, my number one catfishing destination of all time. Didn't even know he was into that kind of shit. Damon, the man of mystery. enjoy your vacation at my all-time favorite destination and didn't even think about telling me about it. So, Damon, have fun, though. All right, now we can resume. I just had to get that off my chest real quick.
Yeah. Hey,
We're good.
Massel says what's up, guys.
What's up, Massel? How you doing?
What's up?
Yeah.
So, hey, tell us how this all started. What happened? Obviously, you guys weren't like, hey, let's get together and start a barbecue page. Like, you guys were obviously a couple. How did you end up at CYB Barbecue? Tell us what the CYB, some of us know, but tell us for everybody in the audience. Give us the whole rundown of where this all kicked off.
Man, it started a long time ago, but not to bore you guys. I think most of us started during COVID when we had a shit ton of time on our hands. And but most of the time, I mean, we cook. I cook my own stuff. He cooks his own stuff, and we kind of bonded over that, I think.
Pretty much.
We're both type A, so we both like telling each other what to do. And
that sounds like a recipe for disaster. Food pun.
It is.
Welcome to our life.
I mean, even the name, this wasn't supposed to be our name. We slightly changed it a little bit just because it was kind of like let's just get it started. And he is dragging his feet trying to think of the best name possible and something to do with barbecue, but he didn't want our names in it. And my mom calls him Bolillo because we're Hispanic, so I thought he was white. I mean, I was lied to when we met.
Lied?
Not that matters. Not that matters.
Right? I love you dearly. But
that's awesome. No,
we all bleed red on the
I love it.
First.
So anyways, he is lighter than me. My family is a little bit of a darker complexion, and my mom still thinks he's white. So to this day, she calls him Bolillo, which is like the Mexican hoagie roll, kind of.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? You don't want to call him like, I don't know, bimbo bread or whatever.
Did she say bimbo? Did she say bimbo?
It's like Mexican French bread. It's like Mexican hoagie rolls. That's how I explain it. Right?
Hey, Allie, you're totally nailing the intro. Totally crushing it. Keep going. Don't stop now.
So
what other racial profiles can we break in this? Keep going. Let's go.
Should we talk about the whales and the turtles again? I mean, we could totally.
Yeah, it's the whales and the seals. Say it with respect.
Oh, seals, my bad. I think it's the South Park episode where they're battling whether to save the seals or the whales. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
The Cheech and Chong one?
No, it's not the Cheech and Chong one. It's like
what'd you say?
It's South Park.
Oh, there's so many good ones of those.
We should probably not talk about that. Anyways, next.
We just got hit with copyright. Damn it, Allie.
So I don't know. I'm brown, right? Dark skin. So I'm like, what's dark skin? If he's white and he's like Bolillo, then I'm like cafecito, which means like coffee.
Dark coffee.
Like dark coffee. Yeah. So it's the dark coffee and bread show. He's like, that is the lamest name, but I had to put something on the profile so we can get this thing started because we were just dragging.
Cafecito y
Bolillo.
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Cafecito y Bolillo. That's what it's supposed to be. So eventually he's kind of like, all right, well, we have nothing to do with bread. Yeah, it's Anthony. So
he's
like,
telling him that the E means and.
Oh yeah,
I was translating for my buddy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just picking on him. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm from Ohio. We have Amish. Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm like, how? I don't know. How do you guys say hi? Hello.
Sup, dude.
Oh boy.
You guys they wear cool hats, but yeah, that's how our name started, and it just kind of took off from there. Yeah.
We struggled with people not really knowing how to pronounce it. That's where we struggled, and people couldn't say our name. And honestly, we thought that even though it was unique and genuine, and it truly was our name, it was preventing us from getting ambassadorships and sponsorships and exposure in the barbecue community. I felt like, in a way, it was kind of holding us back, just because you'd be surprised how many people could not pronounce it, and it was just that was the biggest question for us. So
everyone was calling us Cafecito. They're like, "What's up, Cafecito?" And we're like, "Yeah, that's our name."
Not even close.
No, swing and a miss.
So we made the transition, and it's been good. It's we still have the name like on TikTok and stuff, and because I don't know how to change it. But on Instagram, we changed it. And to be honest, it has been more beneficial, especially throwing the word barbecue in the name. I mean, definitely, you're geared towards a specific group of people. So it's been good. It's been beneficial, but we don't forget where we came from, though.
No, absolutely. That's my roots. It's who I am. And like you said, we not only make like barbecue, and the reason why it just came together so perfectly is he focuses on barbecue and I focus on like the more traditional dishes, the Mexican. We just want to put a twist to it,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You look like the Low Rider logo.
Yeah. You got to show that comment, Jonesy.
Where is that?
The amount
there
of
jokes. There it is.
We can always count on old Rage and Pillage.
Burley.
To the comment section.
Oh, was that Burley?
Yeah, it is Burley.
All right. What's up, Burley?
Oh, Burley's reputation. Only a comment like that signs. Yeah, it's Burley. That's Burley.
Yeah.
This whole weekend has been weird comments, though. Yesterday we went to a friend's party. Her son's going to the Navy. Go Navy.
Let's go.
And
Let's go.
This guy's all like, what did he say? Does your wife pick you from your feet and use your mustache to broom the garage
to
or
brush
something?
the garage.
I was like, what the fuck? Where are we? Who the fuck thinks of that? I mean, sorry.
What?
Are we allowed to cuss?
Oh, fuck yeah.
No,
we're at 15 minutes. We made it.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
We made it. Hell yeah. 10 minutes or less. Yeah, I get a little nervous. We went down like that racial profiling at the 3-minute mark. I didn't think we were going to make it, but we made it.
We did. We like cleared that finish line. We're good.
I was going to ask Anthony, what's the pressure like of having the baddest ass mustache in all the land? Is what I would like. I mean, that's got to be tough waking up with that pressure every day and that weight on your upper lip, man. I mean, I don't know how you do a chicken wing. Like,
dude. You guys missed the beard. The beard was glorious.
Agreed. If the beard's in the logo, the graphic for the show, it's in the graphic.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man,
That
I missed it.
beard
I
was
want to see
sick,
the beard.
dude.
I want to see the beard.
He had
And like-
guys just
and
coming
like
up
the
to
rest
him at the stores and being like, "Oh my god, dude, how do you do it?" And I'm like looking at what the hell is going on right now. I'm like, he's mine. Like, back off, guys.
Hey, it's
joke,
California. Anything's possible. You got to keep that head on a swivel, Allie. You
I'm
never know when you got to fight for your
The
man.
competition just got twice as hard.
or like 3 times or 5 times, however many genders. Never mind, my bad.
Next subject.
Tony, I'm so sorry, dude.
Love
I'm
everybody.
so sorry. I love everybody. ELE. Everybody love everybody.
Yeah, that's number one. That's rule
That's
number
my motto.
uno. Yeah.
So I'm straight up one of those guys. I have like hardcore beer envy because mine is like thin and it takes me a while to get a full beard. And I look at mustaches like that. I'm just like, how? Why? What happened? What did I do?
I know.
I
Give him
just.
credit.
Hey,
don't
like,
even know,
dude,
man.
people talk about like Tom Selleck and I'm gonna be hung for not remembering his name right
Karl
now.
Marx.
No, but shout out, Carl.
I tried to think of the most random ass name in 2
No,
seconds, and that's what came out.
I think you meant Groucho Marx with the mustache.
No.
Oh, okay.
I meant Carl.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Now
But,
we're
like,
talking.
I
Burt
think-
Reynolds. That's another good one.
Burt Reynolds. Yes. Yeah. But I think, bro, if we had them in the room.
Sorry, that was fun. That was a good one. That
was good.
I think if we had all of them live
today.
with us, they would say that they were jealous of that one. I think they would.
Yeah,
I think
I'm jealous of the mustache.
That's what I'm saying.
I want it.
Thank you.
I want a
Anyway.
white barbecue sauce out of that
Here
thing
we
so
go.
badly.
Digressing again. Here.
Like I could just imagine.
I'm so
like
sorry.
I have this like
I
peach
did not
barbecue
expect it to
sauce
go
I'm
like
working
this.
with, and I could just imagine getting some peach sauce in there. Then like a couple hours later, be like, oh, that's peach still. That's great.
I was told yesterday. I got home from work. She told me I taste like a greasy wrench.
Yeah, that's
What's that flavor profile like? Is that an SPG? Is that the new SPG in Southern Cal? Or what?
I've never been told I taste like a wrench.
You're right.
Flavor. I don't know. Everything.
So
Allie's a
I-
wrench licker. You heard it here first.
I taste like a tool, but not just a tool.
I've been
greasy
called a tool a lot.
A greasy
Never tasted
tool,
like
right?
one, but I've been called one.
Like, thanks,
She
babe.
called me yeah, I'm a
Oh my
greasy tool.
God.
How do you say
I
that?
promise we will talk about food at some point on this
Right.
show.
So yeah,
So,
COVID
hey.
happened, and here we are.
Here we are. CYB.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to
right.
the Dude
I've-
Network. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
We
us
did,
again.
hold on. We did have, okay. So from Damon, real quick, living it up on the lake, bringing in them catfish. What's the West Coast cooking
Probably reeling
style
one in right now.
that CYB brings to the table?
I'll let you go ahead and start that off.
Oh man,
Here, I'll
cooking
leave it
style.
up.
I don't like to put myself in a category, just one, because I feel like we can do it all. And one of the things that I mostly I enjoy doing is open fire. And
Let's
we've been
go.
bringing from a bunch of people, and just it's just amazing. It's I feel like it takes us back to like our like ancestral times, right? Like just some stones, some little twigs and a fire, and we'll figure it out. I don't know. We like to dabble in everything, though. I mean, because I'm not gonna talk down on people who have triggers. I use them when I don't have time, and I just have to throw something in there. Or
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's we love doing it all.
Yeah. I mean, we don't discriminate against any style of cooking, whether it's making a steak in an air fryer or, hanging it over.
I love my air fryer.
Or hanging it
I
over.
will say he's bothered by the steak in the air fryer. He wouldn't have brought it up first
he
if it
twitched a
didn't
little bit.
load. It bothers him.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Get it.
He was so against it until he tried it.
I'm just saying. I'm not opposed to any style of cooking. Hey, whatever works. I'm willing to try anything. But I mean, if I have to say, cooking over wood and charcoal is ideally our favorite thing to do. Obviously, not everything can be cooked over fire. I take that back because we'll get some comments. But I mean, you can put a cast iron skillet over charcoal, and you can cook in it if you want to. But there's some things that are just easier to make on the stove. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
we all have lives,
Yeah, for sure. I am gonna say that, to be honest with you, and just to kind of bounce back a little bit to how we started during COVID, times were tough for everyone, right? And
right, hell yeah,
cooking was therapy for me. I ended up taking a break from my career. I left my career right as COVID was starting, and I was a stay-at-home dad for 1.5 years. And during that time, I took my cooking to another level. I was cooking 7 days a week. I started banging out content. I started experimenting. I drank a lot of beer.
Shout out.
Let's go, shout out.
But with that being said, I feel like that kind of just like accelerated everything, and it gave us the opportunity to get comfortable and not, we're not just weekend warriors. We were doing this all day, every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And it built the confidence level, and it allowed us to get comfortable in what we were doing and try a lot of different things. And
I mean, we were already doing it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of neighbors that are like family to us. And when we cook for everybody.
Yeah.
And that means like, oh, what are you doing today? Burgers. Well, we're making this and that. And we're just, all join in together. And I don't know, it came to a point where people were complimenting our food. And it's not about like what it looks like. It's so important for people like that are like following trends and trying this and trying that. It's like, it's what you put into your food. It's about how it tastes. It can be served on a paper plate, and people who don't serve in paper plates. Fight me. I don't care. I love paper plates. Okay?
Yes, me too. No dishes. Get out of here.
No,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it ain't about.
Hey, shout out Dixie Paper Plates if you're watching this.
Yes, seriously.
We're big
Shout out
fans.
Dixie.
Huge. I got a mess of them in the kitchen right now.
Or if you're like the Prince the Poor, shout out Clover Valley. Shout out
Yeah.
Clover Valley.
But it's I don't know. It's just about the flavor, and we've been told like our food was so good, and that helped us. Just our friends and family just pushing us, saying you have to do it. Like at least tell people how to do it. But I mean, I don't know about him, but like none of the things that I do have recipes. It's a little like sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that. Stop when your ancestor says hello.
It's all right here.
My people, no recipe.
Hell yeah.
All about how that feels. Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
No recipes and no fine
Yep.
china. So
No.
that's how we roll.
Bingo.
Backyard barbecue.
Bingo.
Well,
And, especially if people come over, I ain't breaking out the good plates if I have a party. Like I'm just asking for something to get broken.
No one's gonna help clean
Yeah.
after anyways. Everybody just grabs their food and goes. And I'm like,
Bingo. Bingo.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
everything.
So I have a question for you guys, Johns, if you don't mind me taking one here.
Yeah, send it.
So you talked about Southern Cal. It's where you're from, but you also said you like to try a bunch of different things. You've been exposed to the social media world, which has content creators from East Coast to West Coast. Has there been any things that you have picked up from other creators that aren't native to Southern Cal that you never saw before that you've picked up and really liked and have done your own spin on it? Is there anything that's been like a new cut of meat, a new style of cooking, new seasonings, like a new flavor profile? Like what's been out there? Like I hear it's a lot of meat and potatoes, and Southern Cal wouldn't put meat and potatoes like a chuck roast with mashed potatoes. Like that's a thing out here. So like, what have you guys picked up from other creators in your journey of food?
The first thing that comes to mind is Argentinian style cooking, cooking over live fire, cooking like picanha, chimichurri, stuff like that. Shout out the homie Al Fragoni.
Let's go.
Yeah, he definitely inspired us to open up our palates a little bit more, try different styles of food. Picanha is probably, I want to say it's both of our favorite
It's my
cuts.
favorite.
It's our favorite cut of
for
beef.
Picanha.
Yeah, it's
Picanha it's
Salivating.
that's the
pecan-
showstopper. When I get a new crowd of people and they say bring your A game, if I can have one, that's what I'm bringing.
Definitely.
I mean, the way that I don't like to cook it whole. I don't like it when he cooks it whole. I like when it's like, sliced and then put into the little, what is it called?
Well, yeah, when you cut it,
the steaks.
you cut it
Yes.
with the grain, and then you put it on skewers. Hit it
Yeah,
with
and you
rock-
fold the fat cap over so the fat cap
Yeah.
runs down into the meat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
But
that
what
way
he said, you cut it with the grain so that your
Yep.
final cut is against, so it just
Right.
melts, dude.
You
Exactly.
basically take like the triangle, like a
but-
flag, and then like you go like straight down, and you have like thicker. Yeah.
See, picanha.
Johnsy, would you agree with me that picanha? I think COVID has exposed more COVID believers on this show and on the Dude Network. I feel like we've always asked this question religiously, pretty consistently, and I feel that picanha is by far the number one answer.
Probably, I think so.
I think people that when they found out about the top sirloin and how cheap and affordable that cut is compared to ribeyes, strip steaks, and fillets, like I think that like.
Yes, there was that, but I also think there was the part of it. There was a bunch, like in California, there's a lot of Brazilian restaurants, and that's what made picanha popular. They would walk out a skewer with exactly like they're talking about, and they'd shave it off onto your plate.
Shave it off, yeah.
But we're just getting the steak at the Brazilian steakhouse. No one knew what it was called. And then all of a sudden, people were saying picanha. Well, I butcher animals. I know what a top sirloin is, but I cooked 3 picanhas before I knew that was the cap of the sirloin.
Yeah.
Because this is a picanha. Oh, this is the Brazilian steakhouse. Oh,
I'm
this
an
is
idiot.
a top sirloin. Oh, okay.
I blew this last week. The local butcher that's from Arizona that knows what a picanha is. They had top sirloins on sale where you could buy the whole top sirloin, and I didn't have him cut me off a fat cap of one.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Oh, I'm so sad.
Good night.
I am devastated because I'm totally that sale comes around like once every 2 months, and I blew it.
Once every 2 months, so you're like halfway.
Yeah,
to
like
the next one?
he. So I have become good buddies with my butcher, and he's taught me a lot about the sale processes of what they go through. And like next week they'll have the twin packs of the porks. Then one week they'll have the whole New York strip loin on sale for like $5.99 a pound.
We're gonna
and then like it's on rotation, so like it's like every like 6-7 weeks you circle back to what was on sale.
Yeah.
And last week top sirloin was, and I'm realizing I didn't get it, so now I have to wait another 5 because they don't carry it in stock. So I'm going to settle for my cross chuck roast, my cross rib. Yep. My cross rib roast, the flat iron roast. Yeah, which, by the way, are you guys familiar with the flat iron roast up there?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, we are.
And is it called the flat iron roast out there, or is it called the cross rib chuck roast?
They cut them into steaks and call them flat iron steaks.
Flat iron steaks. You can request it in a roast depending on your
get the whole roast. Get it.
Yeah, we've had that before. It is something we've had to request. It's delicious. I like it. I like it cut like that. But it is definitely something you will not find just in the meat department already cut for you.
Yeah,
you have to literally ask for it. But yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
I bought the whole flat iron. It's like $5.99 a pound out here when it's not on sale. And he even told me today that no one gets it, and it's the most marbleized piece of roast I can find, and you can cut it and cook it like a steak. Excuse me. If you're in here tonight and you're
just keep talking. I'm just showing it because Damon.
I didn't know, but
Damon's the best in the biz, man. He's the best.
The flat iron roast is a killer smoked roast beef.
Yeah, I didn't even
really,
think about
it's really killer.
roast.
So really.
So somebody, Damon
asked a question. Sorry, not to cut you off, but
no,
cut us off. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
No, I did highlight that right here. This one.
Yeah, there it is. So yeah, he asked, besides cooking some meat over open fire, what would a daily weeknight meal be for the CYB household?
So we're parents, all right? We cook for a community. So we're always looking for
whatever the kids are going to eat.
Yeah. I mean, they each have their own thing. We have one that likes to, work out and have his meal preps. And we have the little one who will eat butter noodles all day, every day. And then we have one who's a very picky eater. Yeah. So
shout out butter noodles, by the way. That's awesome. I love butter noodles. Love butter noodles.
That's her thing. Every night, that's what she wants. So we have to switch it up a little bit. But honestly, we kind of like go everywhere. It's depending on what we're craving. Like we like to do a lot of salmon and rice, and then we'll throw we'll throw some like botchins on there, spice it up a little bit. Chicken, we're always doing chicken, and if it's not whole, it's skewers. Yeah. Anything that's fast. We both work 10 plus hours each day. So when we come home, it's if we didn't set the crock pot in the corner, the smoker's rolling outside and we're rushing, and the sides have to come out fast. Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, salad, whatever we can get. So we're not too complicated or bougie when it comes to our meals. And
bougie.
And we do love like deals, though. Like when COVID hit, we were doing a $20 meal for 4. We were trying to take that challenge on, and it was pretty fun. Just kind of taking you out of the box, right? You obviously
$20. That's cute.
Well, that's been before the prices like inflated.
No, this guy's the $10 meal deal.
It's funny. I've been doing these. I started doing them at the turn of the I did one today, like $10 or less. But like, I feel like in Southern California, the price difference that would but today they had chicken breast on sale for like $1.50 a pound. So I was able to get like 4 chicken breasts, like full size chicken breasts for like $4 or $5.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like I found like pico de gallo on clearance for $2, and then I bought 2 frozen bags of vegetables, and we were at And actually, the meal was at $7.50. I got a coupon, Chauncey, so I think you'll like the ending on the next video. Because I was like, what the hell do I do with the extra $1? My meal was only like $8 today. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's good.
Crazy.
But yeah, I feel you though. But I think like no, it's just funny you say that. I was just picking, but I think in like Southern Cal, like $20 is like $5 here. I mean,
You know what
it's a big price difference. Big price difference.
Absolutely,
What else is funny is she says that they don't do anything too bougie or anything, but
Oh yeah, because that's what Bob the Builder breaks on his lunch break.
Yeah.
That was butter noodles with cherry tomatoes and choice New York steak. So yeah, that's pretty basic right there, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, it's basic that those
Land of the
cherry
forest,
tomatoes,
folks,
when they're
land of the
roasted with a certain seasoning, don't explode delicious little flavor down into the butter noodles. But we won't talk about that. Just basic butter noodles.
That's actually a perfect like combination of us.
Yeah.
The me is him. The carb overload is me.
Yeah.
That's literally what we do. I used to work in the kitchen for restaurants, so I'm used to doing the prep. I'm used to doing the sides, and I'm a line cook. That's what I wanted to be. So I mean, my dream is to have a restaurant one day. I don't know if it's possible, but one day maybe.
No, it's always possible. Don't say that.
Oh.
I refuse to
when it happens, not if it happens. When it
happens. Yeah, I have that background, and that's what I thrive, like doing the prep and doing the sides, and his only job is to get the meat right. Like you fuck it up. But that's usually what our plates look like. Just a little bit of protein and a whole lot of whatever we can find in the fridge.
Yeah.
Real quick, is birria with ramen noodles popular on the East Coast? No.
Absolutely. No, just kidding.
Not on the East Coast. Not on the East Coast.
I just think it's so cute how you guys call it ramen noodles.
It's not ramen?
It is ramen.
You said it wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody loves ramen.
Apparently, you've never been to a real Chinatown and ordered ramen, so
that's
or Japanese,
correct.
Whatever.
That is correct. I take my ramen noodles and I add just regular seasoning and throw away the seasoning pack. I'm moving on up in the ramen game. Moving on up.
Ramen.
Next stop, I might throw a whole egg in there. Not sure yet. You have to stay tuned.
You have to, and some spinach, some cheese if you really want to make it creamy. When you're poor, you get creative, okay? That's what I lived on.
Heard that.
Dude, yes.
It's funny though, because like your guys' poor people food and our poor people food are two different things. Like, well, it's like in Ohio, it's like pork loins, potatoes, a whole head of cabbage. You can go buy a whole head of cabbage for like $2-3 at most times of the year. You know what I mean? Like, so it's different poor people food based on, and that's why we really like this show, because we teach people the regions of food and how they've impacted other regions. What's one staple here might be a different classification of a staple over here. So yeah, I think that's the beautiful thing of being a foodie, is learning all the different regions of food, how it operates, how it works. So that's really good stuff from you guys for sure.
I love that. And flavors too, right? Because every region has different flavors. Like I think one of the Hispanic main bases is like chicken bouillon. We put that thing on everything, okay? Everything, rice, soup, meat, it doesn't matter. We season with chicken bouillon.
Yep.
And once you start like dissecting the flavors and like what's actually in chicken bouillon, you can kind of break it apart. Or like with Indian cuisines, their spices are different. That's what I thrive on. Like their curries, their chicken curry, their whatever, like all their spices, all for it. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Real quick.
Oh, back to the mustache.
Yeah, sorry, Johnny's Bomb Barbecue More wants to know, how did you get such a manly mustache?
Well, I started with some beard oil. Oh, sorry. Wrong Anthony with the mustache.
So I was actually moisturizing my face one day, and I accidentally used Rogaine, and I rubbed it over my top lip.
Poof.
Johnny's actually a local guy. He's just messing with me. I'm pretty sure.
That's
but,
awesome.
He's one of my buddies.
There you go. Right on.
We'll talk
We
about
need
this
to have
later.
those buddies. Gotta have them.
I'll text you.
Yeah, and then you got Eduardo Barbecue saying that I started
Yeah.
shaving at 10. I actually probably did start shaving at 10. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of obsessed with watching my dad shave when I was a kid, and I think I probably did start when I was like 10 or 12.
Is
Hell
that, is that the same Eduardo on IG?
Yeah.
The 817 BLVK or whatever?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a different Eduardo. This
Got it,
Eduardo,
okay.
he's from Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I know who that is now. All
I
right.
think that's who that is.
Welcome to the show, guys. Appreciate you showing up. Bring a friend next time.
Yeah.
Oh, did we lose Tony, or is he just
WD-40.
he's drinking
No,
that beer?
he's chugging, dude. He's chugging right now. Oh,
There he
it
is.
All right,
Well,
I'm back.
You were drinking that beer for a long time, buddy.
Big gulps. Big gulps. Big gulps. 7-Eleven is. It might not always be doing business, but it's always open.
Always open, right? So hey, since all this has happened, what's the one thing that's like blown your expectations? Like you just never even saw coming.
The people we've met.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's just
like
some of
that.
the. I'm just gonna. I'm not without really saying names. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Wait. Before you get into name dropping.
I'm not gonna say names.
Okay. Oh my God. No. I just want to say that social media has always been like it's either people are really nice or people are really mean. And that was one of our biggest hesitations, like starting a page.
Right.
One of your favorite follows. You don't know what you're gonna get, right? And there's people hiding behind the keyboards, and they could be really, really mean. And I'm like, I don't want somebody like questioning me, like, well, what'd you put in that? And that looks gross, but it tastes really good. I just wanted to share my.
That's not authentic and whatever.
Yeah. Don't call it authentic Mexican.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Bitch, I'm Mexican. It's authentic.
It's authentic if I said so. Or like I started messing around and just saying like things were homemade, but they weren't really homemade. Like,
Oh yeah, that's how you deal with it right there.
Yeah, but it's honestly the people that we've met. It's like a huge family, and how welcoming they've been, and how much feedback we've gotten. Yeah. We're so grateful. Oh my God. I would have never imagined we would travel anywhere, go to any other city, be invited to people's homes just by meeting on
That's the
social
wild
media.
part, man. When someone's willing to let you in their own house, in their own kitchen.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't even let some of my neighbors into my house, so that speaks a lot, like a big volume.
For Southern California people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, but I mean, just the barbecue community has been super welcoming to us, and I mean,
absolutely.
Our biggest thing is just we just want to be ourselves. We just want to keep it real and just try to be as genuine as possible. And I think that's kind of paid off. Just a lot of opportunities.
It does.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities from a lot of people in the community. We found ourselves in situations where we never thought we would be, or places with specific creators that we never thought we would be. And it's cool, but more than anything, it's humbling, and it's just motivation, right?
Yeah.
And just realizing that at the end of the day, these creators are just real people. No matter how big or small they are, they're just real people, and they eat ramen, and they they eat picanha, and they it's pretty cool, just to see like the people behind the camera and get to know them. And part of the reason why we agreed to come on the show with you guys is so that we can kind of show people the real us, right? And
that's the whole point of this foodie show. Was that we're all
shout out to Dan Lopez real quick, the homie from down the block.
Dan Lopez.
He asked that, and it's actually a really good question. I had this one
flagged. Shout out to Dan Lopez.
That is a good question. Who are some of your favorite follows?
Some of my favorite
Roberto, too.
follows, Roberto too. He's one of my favorite followers. You know what? I don't have a favorite. I'll be honest. They're all my favorite. Dan, you're probably my all-time favorite, but I feel like I genuinely have like a different relationship. Like with obviously you're gonna have followers that are just like your stuff and you don't really know who they are, but then you build relationships, and
Right.
it's kind of cool. Like you might have like a different relationship with everyone, kind of like you do in real life, right? But it's
about the relationship we started and being vulnerable with these people and being able to just kind of put the wall down and say, all right, like we are just people. We're all trying to push the best content. And then being able to be open to like how do you say that word? Criticism? Yeah, that word. I can't say it. Yeah, whatever. I don't like it. So it's taking perfection is not attainable, but I sure strive for it. Okay, so we're here for it. We love the feedback. We love that people are able to like open up to us too, and just we can talk about anything. I mean, we try not to talk about politics, but we talk about politics with some people. We talk about cooking. We talk about.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Conspiracy theories, like no, you name it. We have a group of a group of individuals for everything, and I feel like we're just blessed that we were welcomed with open arms. Like overall, I mean, even with people who we're sponsored by or are working with, it just becomes more than just a job. We're just like we're not just pushing a product, right? We're sharing what we like, and all that. We just become friends with everybody, and it's just been nice. It's been really nice. I feel like I need to move out to Rancho Cucamonga though, because I am there every
let's go.
weekend. Okay, some of my favorite people are over there.
I can never hear that name without hearing Rancho Cucamonga Cracker Killers and like Friday After Next. I can never hear it.
It's a real place, man. It's a real deal.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so many of our content creator friends or barbecue friends live in that area. It's so saturated out there, and I feel like there's some times where we travel out there 3 out of the 4 weeks a month on the weekend. Most of the time staying in hotels out there, and even though it's kind of a staycation because it's only 30 miles from the house, but it takes an hour and 45 to get there.
Sure.
I can't. You guys are not selling the Cali dream. I can't sit still in traffic, so that reason alone, I am not.
So it's
moving
nowhere
to California
near like that where I live up now. But
hour and a half. I'm going to another state.
Hey, listen,
I drive. And Ohio's not a small state.
I drive from my driveway, and it takes me like 8 hours and 20 minutes, 8 hours and 30 minutes to go visit my youngest daughter, and she lives in the same state. I haven't even hit Mexico yet.
Oh my God, I hate that. That's the one thing about Cali that just
Amen, sis.
Yeah,
and they get worse and worse and worse at driving every freaking day, I swear.
What is it? Is it the weather? Like is Mercury into Venus that
I don't know
solar system thing? Because oh my God. But during COVID, it was so nice. And there was like essentials only. Hell yeah. Vroom. Going 90 on the freeway.
Oh, it was a dream. That was the best time for freeway driving in the world.
So you guys say like, you go to like Rancho Cucamonga and you feel like it's all the same. Do you guys ever feel like when you're cooking, like you kind of catch yourselves falling into that trap of like staying regionally dedicated to everything because it's simple, available, and easy?
Sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes we're cooking like, I don't know, pork chops. And then next thing you know, 3, 4, 5 people are posting pork chops. And it's like, I don't know. It just feels like sometimes it is pretty repetitive and pretty like we're kind of in the same circle, same bubble. And that's where we catch ourselves kind of pulling back from social media a little bit and like regrouping like, okay, we got to do something different. Like we can't just keep falling into the same trends and the same, Because I mean, you can only cook so much until you run out of things to cook.
Right. It's tough. And what we're talking about, it's a real challenge. And I think I can speak for you guys and Johnsy. Like sometimes it's so hard to think outside the box because for me with my content, it's all about originality. Like I can't stand like I caught myself today on 2 videos ending it with the words so good. Like, man, that's so good. And I was like, man, that sounds just like Bentley Barbecue. I was like, and I'm gonna have to like reach out to him and be like, yo, I'm not trying to copy you, man. Like I accidentally started using like your words. But like, it's so hard to stand out in the crowd because everything's getting so congested. And on the topic, and this is going to sound like really shitty,
Oh boy.
but everybody started during COVID.
Yes.
And the shitty part is like some of those accounts are fading out. Like they're done. Like there's people that are just like, I can't do it. I never got my break. Like I'm over it. And they're fading out. And it feels like I don't want to be that guy. You know, I don't want to be that chick. I don't want to be that person. And it's just so hard. And like sometimes it's just like I'll sit there and I'll beat my head against the wall. Like I did a brat today. And I was just going to do like caramelized onions and peppers. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like everybody's done caramelized peppers and onions. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to make my barbecue slaw. I'm going to add some barbecue sauce into my coleslaw and make some tangy slaw and throw it on a brat. And it like, turned out great, but it's like, I mean, have you guys ever been in that spot where you're just like, Jesus Christ, everybody's done this. Like, I do not want to make a seasoned smoked pork chop.
So,
Like,
how is it? How bad is it when you are the one doing that to yourself? Like I made this really good pasta salad, but I was like, dude, I've posted so much pasta lately. Like I just didn't even take pictures of it. But now I'm like, I'm like, I wish I did that. I wish I wouldn't have been a little bee about it. But
one of the things that we've started doing is, all right, just thinking outside the box. Chicken is chicken. Doesn't matter if it's whole, if it's wings, if it's drumsticks, it dies. It's chicken. It's chicken, right? And there's not one way to cook chicken. It doesn't matter what part, right? Same with the beef.
Nope.
Beef, the same thing. You can cut it into steaks, or you can cook the whole roast. So we started like just throwing ideas in the air, and somebody mentioned it in the comments. When we go to these parties and we go to these events and everybody's just cooking and everybody's bringing their A game, I wanted to be outside of the box, and I'm like, help me make some wings. But I want to throw my Mexican twist.
These ones.
So
shout out Big Sexy real quick, Robert Jenkins.
Yeah. These are a little ridiculous, by the way.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard of that.
The mole sauce, right? Like, I'm not going to give out my secret, but I like it more on the spicier side. I'm not a sweet mole. It's like that chocolate.
No.
I would not ask for your mole recipe because I've seen recipes for mole. That is 20 too many steps for my liking. Like, no, thank you. Like, you can have it. I'll just buy the canned shit. Like, if I can find it.
But that's okay. That's okay. Because, not everybody has time to make it from scratch. Yeah. Get the canned stuff and you modify it with your seasonings, with the flavors.
Yeah.
Because
I'm done. Okay, now you're speaking the dude language.
Yes, absolutely. I have a very picky dude here who doesn't like half of the ingredients on like homemade mole.
Shout out Anthony, you picky ass.
I'm with you, brother.
He doesn't do peanuts, and he doesn't like what are the freaking seeds?
Sesame
seeds. So he doesn't do
sesame seeds are pointless to me. I don't understand them for any reason. Anyway, go ahead.
So
I'm with him on that. I can live without them.
I make my wings. Obviously, they're smoked, right? You have that smokiness in the wings. You have my sauce, which is a little smoky as well because of the hot chiles, and the chocolate is very minimal. Yeah. You mix them together, and I'm like, all right, so it's just mole now. Like, what do I do? Usually when you garnish mole, you can get creative. I sprinkled queso fresco, which is kind of like the sour cream of cheeses.
It's Mexican Parmesan cheese.
It's like
Kinda.
crumble. It's like crumble cheese, right?
Yeah. The
And
I got-
honestly,
really
that's
I got
a
a
cheese
pack
that
of
has
it. I
recently
got a-
become.
half a brick in the fridge right now. I love that stuff.
Yeah. Our Walmart went from like I never noticed it to where now they have 3 different brands of the Fresco cheese. So like I've been living my best life.
Dude.
I've been living my best life with the Fresco.
Yeah.
You can literally eat tacos with queso fresco.
Dude,
A one
yeah.
tortilla with just a slice of cheese, and it's heaven. But we sprinkle
So
queso
good.
fresco on these mole wings, and then I wanted like a pop of freshness, and I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? And I wanted color because I'm presenting it to like creators, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
boom, pomegranate seeds. You bite into it, fresh, refreshing. It was so humbling the amount of compliments we got that day.
Yeah.
They were just like, how did you think of this? And I'm like, oh, I was looking for color, and it's sweet, but it's not overbearing, and it just worked perfect.
Pomegranate is good.
It's so good.
Dude, yeah.
And
To
just
that sounds so
one
good.
more example, it's not to brag or anything, but we made ribs,
Yeah,
and we made upper store ribs, and I'm like, how do I take this to the next level? Guess what? I was thinking of upper store tacos. I love tacos. Tacos are life. Okay, so I roasted pineapple and jalapenos and some onions. We chopped it up. We tossed them up in a little bit of sauce, and we drizzled it all over the ribs. And then as soon as you take a bite, it's like a taco, but in a rib form. It's fresh, it's smoky, it's spicy. It was just perfect. And that stuff
You just
like that
left her body in that
Yeah.
comment. She's like,
Yeah.
it was like,
I tried to
Okay,
follow,
okay.
but I can't. I'm like, I need
sweet
that.
baby Jesus wrapped in his cloak of gold just came down in your brain cells on that one.
You make it, and then obviously a lot of other people are going to think about it too, because everybody's trying to think outside of the box, and we all end up doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
Shout out Dirty Jersey.
What's up, Dirty?
What's up, Dirty?
Dirty's, I know what he's doing. He's eating a Taylor pork roll sandwich.
A Taylor pork roll ham sandwich.
The Taylor pork roll ham sandwich with some whiz
waffle
cheese
popsicle.
on that.
Oh yeah.
He's not putting queso fresco on
You have
his.
some eyes on it
Taylor.
too.
I love the
Yeah.
eyes.
Hey, I'll tell you what, a Taylor pork roll, Swiss ham, whatever they're called, would definitely be better with some cotija cheese on it.
Did you put some? You threw Swiss in it, dude. That's
I don't know why. I'm not sure.
Dude,
where that
now we got Swedish meatballs with Taylor pork roll hams. I mean, what the hell?
I'm sorry,
feel like-
Dirty. I didn't mean it.
New Jersey's getting worse and worse because of the Dude Network every day. That's a fact.
So can I ask you guys, what is one thing that you guys like to make? Like, I feel like I keep talking. Sorry.
No, that's the show. The show.
No, we love these questions. It's nice.
So you said that you guys really wanted to come on to like show the real you. That's the whole reason this show started, was because like, man, we talk to each other all the time, like in comments and back and forth and whatever. But like, what about the real people? Like, how did they come up with stuff? And my buddy was always hounding me, like, yeah, but I'll never be able to cook like the people you tell me to follow. Because he was like, dude, I like looking at your stuff. I'm like, you need to follow all my friends and give them some love. And so he's like, I'll never be able to cook like this. Like, it sucks following all these people looking at this. I'm like, dude, no one here is like, I guess, I mean, you said you have restaurant experience. I did have some, here and there, but like none of us are walking off of Iron Chef and making these pages. We all cook is whatever, our kids are going to like, whatever is like, hey, what can I put together in 30 minutes? Oh, okay. Let me do that. And we also just really love to barbecue. And, so that's like the whole point of this show, is like getting to know the people and talking exactly what you guys have been doing. Like, we just nerd out here about food and what we do.
The big old nerdery.
Yeah, big old nerd out.
Yeah, I think our favorite things to make are just whatever comes in. Like one time we made
that was your question.
burritos.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's like, what's like our favorite? What's our favorite things to make?
Yeah, what's your favorite thing to cook? Because we just throw anything together. We had a burrito called a refrigerator door burrito, where we literally were clearing house We were trying to find anything that we had, just the little last scrapes of freaking
Leftovers.
cheese and stuff, and we put it in a burrito, and it was such a hit.
Yeah. If we had like leftover steak from the weekend, leftover pollo asada, we had some rice, whatever, she would just throw it all in a burrito, and that would be like a breakfast burrito, like on a Sunday morning. That was like
but that's stuff that IG doesn't get to see.
No,
it's
we
more
don't.
like of our friends and
Yeah.
our coworkers that get to try our food.
Yeah, we just, you know, we try not to waste anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
like,
same.
we cook a lot
same
of food, but we do try not to like have any waste, whether it's taking it to work, giving it to our coworkers, letting them, you know, enjoy it, or even tonight before the show, I made 3 racks of ribs. What else did we make? I made a mac salad and some white rice, and I literally fed my neighbors prior to the show. Because they're watching our daughter too, our 4-year-old.
You would have been right here.
Shout out babysitters. Shout out babysitters.
Yeah.
Johnsy knows. He saw her when we were setting up audio and everything. She was all up in the camera.
She had her headphones. She was ready to go.
Oh yeah,
she was ready to
party. She was ready to party.
She was blogging by, like making. Yeah, she was.
She's ready for her sponsorships.
Yeah.
She was on it. Yeah, right.
I think
right.
to answer your question, Allie, for me, favorite things I like to cook are things that I can do in one. I'm good at making quick dump meals or skillet meals. Because I know if I take my large cast iron and I fill that up with complete food, that's enough for all 4 of us. And then it's only we eat out of that dish onto like 4 plates, and it's like simple. And I just like just dumping a bunch. Like, I'm good with flavors. I know how to pair flavors with other flavors. So it's like just like when you take a bite of that skillet, there's like 3 or 4 different flavor profiles while you're eating that. So like I think that's like the Midwestern in me. Cast iron, anything, skillet, oven. On this, like, no mess, no fuss, no bus, just move on to the next day, get through dinner, rinse out a couple dishes, wipe them out with some oil, and boil them on the stove if you got something sticky in there. But yeah, that's me right there. Go to, I mean, and whatever's on sale goes into that skillet meal. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah. Like today I bought from my $10 shopping challenge chicken breast and mixed veggies and pico de gallo. So I'll put it all in a skillet with some like smoked beef tallow, let it cook and all that. And then like I'll just top it off, the chicken off with some pico de gallo at the end of it.
Dang. Yeah. I love it. Because you got the fresh, you got the savory, you got the warm. Oh, I'm a slave.
And I'll season the veggies in their own, like probably like some sweet heat from Willow's Seasoning. Shout out, put some of that in there. And
hell yeah.
I'll probably put some Zab, zesty anything bagel on the chicken breast. Shout out, Zab.
Hey, hold on. We do have a picture of that real quick. Look at that.
There we go.
Ooh.
That's the Zab.
That has, if anybody's wondering, that has guajillo flakes, chipotle flakes, and chile flakes in the everything bagel seasoning to make it zesty anything bagel seasoning. And Allie, you'll appreciate that we got those pepper flakes from a small Californian farmer. We did not buy them from a big box store. We supported a Californian pepper farmer with those pepper flakes. Let's go.
I'm proud of my white boys. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I bury California, but I sure do support them.
So,
yeah, go ahead, John.
Our go-tos, if it was my way, it would be pastas way too much. I do a lot of really quick, mostly one-pan pasta, where I just like get the noodles like 80% in the water and then toss them in the pan, put it all together real quick. But if not that, it's just like we're big one pot people too, or it's a real quick protein and veggie. Lots of fresh veggies. I garden a lot too, so it's just whatever. It's kind of like what it's kind of like what you guys say. Just whatever's like there. Oh yeah, we have this. Okay, let's use that or whatever.
Yeah. If I come up with the cookbook, it would probably be dump dinners, like dump dinners with Tony. Go ahead.
What's wrong with beans?
Huh?
Oh, you saw the frijoles comment.
What's wrong with beans? Someone here doesn't like them.
No,
Yeah, Damon actually added us that too. He goes, CYB, do you like beans? Someone here doesn't like them, and it sure as hell isn't mean because I love beans. I'll snort them if I had to.
And just before that, my good friend, my good buddy that I always bring leftover food to,
No,
which isn't beans, does not
threw me under the bus. I only eat
pee.
four kinds of beans. 4, that's it. Green beans, lima beans, jelly beans, and Boston baked beans, and those last 2 are candy.
Oh my
cannot,
God,
dude. And then listen, look. I love like taco truck. I go to like 2 nights a week, but beans are I cannot. And I've had, oh, you just haven't tried my beans. Yeah, well, I've heard that my whole damn life, and I just can't do it. I
bacon
can't
and
do
beans?
Huh?
Have you tried bacon inside of beans?
I don't know why you would ruin bacon like that.
No,
No.
I love bacon, but like if you just put some bacon, some jalapenos and beans, oh my God.
Okay, what about lima beans?
They're just I love lima beans.
Oh, those are the ones you like. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. I didn't
lima
hear you say
and
that.
green beans, which are not like beans.
Yeah, they're different. They're buttery.
Yeah.
They're creamy.
Okay, I agree with Dirty. He's like John C's like 3 steps away from being a vegan.
Oh.
Party words.
Oh. Tony's
Hold on.
I came at the right time. I came back at the right time.
Here it is. Shit, I have 2 options: put the user in timeout or ban user and delete their comments. I'm not.
Or block permanently. You forgot option C.
Oh no, those are fighting words.
No, he's a buddy. He gives me crap all the time. I don't know. It's apparently I used to love him when I was a kid. It's the same thing. I cannot eat white rice, like white sticky rice, plain. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. All other rice, like Spanish rice, rice pilafs, all kind. I love them. Love it. Fried rices, love them.
Fried rice, man. I could eat fried rice every day.
Plain white rice, and I'm just
Absolutely.
like, nope.
Yeah.
This and look here, so you can guys over in the chat with all the laughy faces can get a little more. It's so bad, I can't do the dishes if there's beans or white rice on the plate.
I think we need to talk about my attempt at wanting to break the world chili record and how John Z basically shot that in the ass.
You said chili. You didn't say you wanted to do the chili beans.
You can't. If you're going to break the world record chili, you got to throw beans, dude. That's so much weight. You know how much burger meat you're going to have? So John Z's like, dude, I can't do the beans. He's like, I'm serious. He's like, if you do this, I have to be in the background, like, not close to the food. He goes like, or I will puke the whole time. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No,
and he was like, no. He's like, serious. He's like, I'm dead serious. He
really,
goes, I will not.
Weird struggle.
Helios, I literally will not be able to participate in that if you do it.
We have to.
I'm like, are you dead serious? And he's like, dude, dead serious. So the beans and John Z is like a real thing, man.
And here's
the
deal. Here's the deal. Like, if we were all like, we're like, hey, let's do a meetup, and you did your super duper bacon and jalapeno beans or whatever, and you were like,
that's a good one.
Come on, John Z. Come on.
You know what?
I told you about him on the show, this, blah, 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 blah. And I would do my very best to try the smallest amount and then pray to the heavens I didn't gag to make you feel bad. Like, it's just a thing now. And it's been so long. Like, the last thing I tried was like some epically delicious 5-bean soup. Like, no, like, it's won awards and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, I will try. And I like choked down like 4 spoonfuls and was like, babe, we have to leave now.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Okay, but this is a good question for all of us. What's that one food that you can't stand that everybody loves? And fear beans. Okay, ham, big screen. What is it? What does it
that's
say?
That's a real thing?
It is. It's called legume something. Oh, it's not focusing. There you go. Right there.
Legume. Huh.
I'll tell you right now. It's You want to pronounce it?
Fuck no.
Legumophobia?
Yes.
I can barely speak English,
Yeah,
let alone
Well,
pronounce it.
legumes are
What beans are?
is a different language
Leguminophobia.
for I think the word beans. Legumes is
Leguminophobia.
Yeah, it's like their Latin whatever they are, their genus.
yeah,
or
it's Legume, right?
Fun
I
fact.
think
Fun
I
fact.
think we have- go ahead.
Peanuts. Peanuts are legumes.
Wow. Do you
Hey,
like
you heard it here first. You heard it here
No,
first.
that's absolutely a fact. This isn't like another cranberries debacle. I promise. That's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't
think
go
we-
into that. We won't go
There's
into
enough
that.
of us for an intervention right now, Jonesy.
There's a what?
There's enough of us for an intervention just to get you on the, Team Bean.
Yeah.
You have to try mine. I have to be one of the.
Yeah,
You haven't tried mine.
yeah, I know.
I guess what's Anthony and Allie, what do you guys each have a thing that's like an absolute no that everyone likes? A married couple might be two things, but you guys might just share the same hatred for the same thing.
Wow, I got to think about that one for a minute. But
Something that we won't eat?
yeah, something you don't like. You're just like, no.
Liver.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't do liver. I was traumatized as a kid. Bless my mom's soul for
Oh.
trying to make me eat.
I have one.
Yeah. Shout out Pops. Hey, don't. When I
Yeah.
was a kid, I didn't like rice or beans or liver, and Mom is working late or at school or something, and he's making us red beans and rice and liver.
Oh no.
Love you,
Yeah.
Pops.
I'm good.
I have one. Sloppy Joe's.
Oh yeah.
Really?
What?
Sloppy Joe's.
No
Can't do
way.
it.
All right, well, everybody, that does it for tonight's show.
I
Thanks, CYB
love
Barbecue, for coming
it.
on. It was a great time. They're killing it. They're just doing great things. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next Friday at 9 o'clock. Mine's water. Hey, mine's worse. Mine's watermelon. I hate
Oh
melons.
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon. I want
See.
to like them. They look so delicious. They taste like shit. Can't do it.
Yeah. See. Okay. So
Maybe
look,
in
this
your
is
state. I don't know.
the.
I
so
know.
besides-
I'm a bad person. I'm a terrible
Yeah,
person that's done bad
besides
things in
the
life.
communist-
I can't help it.
Besides the communist above me over here who doesn't like melons,
That's me.
this is the only worst thing I've ever heard. Is my buddy right here hates ranch dressing. How was that
That was-
I
even?
knew
possible?
he was Putin's offspring. I knew he was
How
Putin's
is that
offspring.
even
Knew it.
possible?
Okra. Oh, I've never had
Oh
okra.
yeah.
Okay.
Not a
Oh,
fan of
okra? No, that's a southern thing. It's
No,
not
I
a
hate
favorite of mine, but deep fried okra with ranch is really good.
Oh,
So okra is. Have you guys had it?
yeah,
No.
I have. I'm a
To
big
me,
fan.
it's like hairy, stale asparagus that it tastes like ass instead of asparagus.
Yeah, I'm
I
out.
don't know.
You gotta
I'm out.
it's like that in collard
My
greens,
wife had
man.
me
You
grow
shouldn't-
some and
you-
pickle some
What's
for
ranch-
her, and I'm
ranch
just like,
dressing?
nah.
It's like collard greens. You shouldn't have to work that hard to make greens taste good. Just saying.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
I could eat
shouldn't
broccoli
have-
raw and it's delicious, so I'm just gonna eat that. How about that?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if I could go out and grab an okra stalk, I'm like,
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck
hold
you.
on. I gotta circle back to this one. This is a great question right here from my boy Damon.
Yeah.
So CYB, you're going to an island. You can only take 3 things. What are you taking? Apparently, we can answer as well, Tony.
Does one of them have to be my husband? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I mean, I'm sorry, Anthony. The real Tony won tonight. She's me. It's me. She's taking me. I'm sorry.
She's not bringing me. She's just bringing the mustache.
You and your mustache stay in Southern California. We're going to the Bahamas. Let's go.
She's like, honey, you're not coming, but I'm gonna need you to real quick.
That's a good question. I don't know. What will we bring?
I know what I'm bringing.
Interesting.
I'm
Blue
bringing-
cheese is disgusting. This is
Oh,
disgusting.
I
to
love
me.
blue cheese. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
bleh.
I've
You
had
eat
some
that bowl,
really
bro. Eat that bowl.
really good,
I love it.
really good homemade or house-made blue cheese with really good blue cheese. I'll eat it. But like anything from a jar from a store, you can count me out.
Nope.
Oh, I hate mayo.
Nope.
I like ranch
None of it.
dressing. I fucking hate mayo. It's so
I used to be
gross.
like that.
love
I
mayo.
can bear. Yeah. Now,
You hate mayo?
Yes, the texture is just like
dude. So I
You've
used
never
to,
had Dukes.
I
You've
used to
clearly
be
never
like
had
that,
Dukes.
and then my wife.
I'm joking. That's like the thing out here.
I made
It's
some
obviously.
funny thing. We were talking about pork chops. I made some pork chops, and my wife goes, "Oh, I'll make mashed potatoes." And I walk in, and she's putting mayo in the mashed potatoes. Yeah, that was my exact first reaction, Allie. Like, what crime are you committing right here? This is a felony, ma'am.
Are we out of
And
milk?
no, yeah. And I was like, we don't have milk or butter, and she was like, no, that's in here too. And I'm like,
Oh.
I
you,
wouldn't be opposed to that. I would actually. I'm gonna run
dude,
it. I'm gonna run it.
I made a post about it because no one believed me, dude. And I actually got in trouble for bringing that up the first time.
Yeah,
I spilled my
he's
secret. Yeah.
he's still doing unsolicited date nights because of that incident.
See,
Like,
hey,
he's going to ballets and all.
yeah, right there. There we
Wow,
Oh, in the mash.
interesting.
We have to try. I'll try it in
We'll do
mash.
it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna tag
Look,
you guys.
look,
in it
and
so
it's
we
not
make it.
like you don't add a whole bunch to where you taste it. You just like add the amount of butter you would, add a little bit less of the milk or whatever you would, and
Okay.
just add some mayo until it gets that creamy consistency that you like. And
See, I
hey,
don't.
even Twitch is on board. You guys
We've
can
had
all
some
suck it.
Twitch. We've had some Twitch bangers tonight.
Oh, boy.
Right?
See now, Anthony and Allie, mine's like a block of cream cheese. I throw a block of cream cheese, no butter. I do
Okay.
one block of cream cheese, all my potatoes, and then like a steak and brisket seasoning, or like a Montreal steak, or something like that. And it's like this creamy, steaky, like mashed potatoes. You don't need no gravy. I call it my gravy-less potatoes. You don't need any gravy for them.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
just
don't put
add
gravy.
seriously. Just boil up
Yeah,
your
we don't put
potatoes,
gravy
dash
on
them
these
up, and add a
potatoes.
block of cream cheese, and add some like steak seasoning to them, and they're good.
speaking of Montreal, real quick, not to change the subject,
No,
but
it's good.
and I'm
Let's
actually
change it.
I'm actually going to give Allie this credit, right? So some seasonings are
All right,
really
man.
fine, some are very coarse, right? And I'm not a huge fan of very coarse seasoning. I'm just not. Depending on, like, if it's like on a rack of like beef ribs, I like a coarse seasoning. But if it's like on a steak, I like more of a fine seasoning that's kind of evenly distributed. But Allie's actually the one that put me on this. She gave me the idea to use a coffee grinder that's only dedicated to spices. She ended up buying one on Amazon for like $10. It's just a little push top grinder.
Yep.
And what we do is she told me, like, for the coarse seasonings to just like Montreal, for example, put it inside of the coffee grinder and just grind it up so it's actually finer. And I love doing that for like burgers, steaks. I feel like it penetrates the meat so much more. It's so evenly coated.
Yeah.
And potatoes.
And mashed potatoes.
Oh my God.
It's so good in mashed potatoes. It's been a game changer for me. Not liking like big peppercorn and stuff like that inside of my, my food. She's
Bingo.
actually, it's a little tip. It's something I learned from her, and I'm a huge fan. I just wanted to share that.
And our neighbor has endless supplies. Of
Yes.
Montreal.
Shout out.
Hell yeah.
You
See,
share
and
it.
it's funny because and that's why we do this show. Like, we find out, like, me, I'm pro chunky dude. I like things that are going to soak up those juices, take on the flavors in those big chunks, and redistribute them down to the meat. And it's just a different viewpoint, and that's what's beautiful about this show, is learning everybody's different ways of doing things, compare them to yours, because as much as we put on the show for others, we're learning for ourselves too. Like, what can I do differently to my cooks from meeting someone from California? Because at the end of the day, there's times I sell my food, and if there's an idea I can take from a different region and infuse it to the food in Ohio, and people come and buy it, and they're like, man, I have never had that before. Like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just sell tri-tips.
You can get those out here now. You can.
Oh,
Now,
you
I wouldn't
can?
sell a tri-tip. Hey, John Z knows my love affair with tri-tips is not a good one, but picanhas, bring it on.
Oh yeah.
The only good
gotta
tri-tip I ever
teach him how
cooked
to
was one
cook-
from Fricks and
cook one,
Farms. Fricks and Farms tri-tip was absolutely money. Everything else has been an abomination to the tri-tip community.
Oh damn.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not worthy of that circle of trust in the tri-tip, man. Like,
Trust.
it's always right there. Like, mine would always like balloon up, and in the back boomerang, like in the middle where all three come together, like it would be like fucking raw every single time. And I was recooking it, and then it was shit. But the Friction one actually turned out pretty good. But yeah. Like, you always have like that one cook that like eludes you. Like tri-tip eluded me for a long time.
Oh yeah.
What is the one cook that you guys like?
Yeah, we did have
you guys' ass.
Yeah, and we got to follow up on that one too.
Ask that again.
Okay.
What was the question?
What cut of meat kicks your guys' ass the most? Like, you guys have one you struggle with?
I do.
You already knew.
Have a cut.
Yeah.
I do have a cut. So one of them is not tri-tip for sure. I've made so many.
So tired of it. It's good, but
I've made it a goal of mine just because there was a period of time where tri-tips were actually pretty cheap in our region, and I would much prefer just getting a tri-tip, searing it hot and fast, cooking it indirectly for a few minutes. I could cook a tri-tip in 25 minutes, and that's kind of like one of my weeknight cooks that I love to do. I could just get some. I don't even care if it's already store-bought mashed potatoes, whatever. I'll doctor them up if I need to. But a tri-tip, I feel like that's one of my go-tos to feed my family that everyone's going to be content with, that they're not going to, maybe for the little one, I'll make some butter noodles for her on the side or whatever. But a tri-tip is one of our go-tos, even on a weeknight.
But what's your enemy?
Now, okay, so my enemy is actually...
Yeah, Allie, he was getting to it.
Yeah. Hurry up. We only have an hour.
Center cut pork loin. Center cut pork loin is my kryptonite. Okay. I had an experience one time. I went to a restaurant. I cannot recall for the life of me where I went, but I had the most amazing pork loin that had like a mushroom sauce poured over it, creamy mushroom sauce was poured over it, and it was cooked to perfection, right?
Juicy, tender.
And it was just juicy, it was tender, and it just knocked my socks off. And I've always tried to achieve that, and I've been told they're good, but for me, it never hits that level of goodness, right? So I feel like if I had to pick a protein that is my weakest point, it's definitely a center cut pork loin, and I constantly work on it. It's a pretty cheap cut. I go after it when it's on sale, and usually I do that kind of like research and development when it's just me and like my kids, right? I do it kind of like off the screen, but it is probably my kryptonite. Center cut pork loin.
That's a new one. That's a new one. I like it.
That's the first. I love it.
Love it. I like it.
What temperature are you pulling it off at?
Well, so here's the thing, right? So they say that pork's done at about 145, right? Yeah. And I've tried multiple things. I mean, depending on how you're preparing it, if you're cooking it on a smoker, if you're grilling it hot and fast, I've tried it all, man. I've tried cooking it over charcoal. I've tried doing it like on a Traeger, on a pellet grill. I've done it on an offset. I've done it in the oven. But to answer your question, I try to shoot for a done temperature of 145, no higher. I've even tried pulling it at 139, letting it rest for 30 minutes, because it's going to go up in temperature even after you pull it off the grill.
And trust me, if your pork hits 140, you are not getting sick, folks. I've been eating like where you squeeze it, it turns pink and runs juices, and people go, "That's not done." I've been eating like that my whole life. So
it's called immunities. People try to develop some.
Yeah, get an immune system.
Yeah, that's one thing we're not scared of.
COVID?
That's one thing we're not scared of is undercooking. I mean, there's exceptions. Yes. Exceptions, yeah.
Always cook chicken, please. Always cook chicken, people.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And don't post it if it's a red or pink around the bone either. Even though it's done, don't put that shit on there. You'll get
Dude, they hate you.
They hate
you, and it's like,
The
well, I'm
judgment.
sorry. Like this, I actually temp this at 182, so it literally can't get any more done.
And then you get that vein around that bone.
Yeah.
It's like pink and bloody. They're like, "Oh, you undercooking son of a bitch!"
What is that
Like-
rare chicken? You're gonna die, loser. Yeah,
We've
whatever.
heard it. It's this thing called salmonella. Have you heard of it? It's called sucking my. Have you heard of that?
Dude, so
Sorry, Allie, you didn't deserve that.
Yeah, sorry.
I have one
Yeah.
too. It's fine. An
Wait.
imaginary one. Everybody,
I was like, what
stop.
just happened? We
Oh,
went from
wait,
California
hold
real
on.
quick.
You need to go. You need to correct that real quick, guys.
Right.
It's an imaginary one, okay? I tell people to suck my also.
Yeah.
But it's
Hey, there
mine.
we go.
Yeah.
Flop it out
Clean
there,
it
Allie.
up.
Let it
Clean it up. What happened to
radiate.
So-
love everybody?
It's
Jeez.
non-existent, guys, but she thinks she has one.
Anyway, moving on.
I'm gonna. My kryptonite is crispy chicken skin. In all the chicken I've
Yeah,
I've
that's a
been able
good
to
one.
Pull it off twice, like where it's
I like
perfectly crispy out of the barbecue, and I'm like, yes. And it
Yeah.
wasn't just like super hot wings, because I can do that.
I
But-
will say 300 on the Z Girls has been my sweet spot on the chicken.
Dude, yeah, I don't. It's like I'll try it, but I've just given up. I've just given up. I think if I want crispy skin, I gotta be like the samurai and just do smoke fried.
Shout out Damon, still catching
Yeah.
blue cats on the.
Yeah,
he hasn't commented. He's probably reeling in a fucking 50-pounder right now.
Yeah.
Son of a
Texting a
bitch.
photo like "suck it, Tony." But
He's
so,
dead
hey,
to me.
So to follow up on the kryptonite one, we do have another one from Damon. Well, he's reeling in that big, beautiful cat. What's something that you guys haven't
this is
cooked that's on the bucket list?
Ooh.
Wow, that's a tough one.
I want to do my own alligator. I've watched people do it.
Yeah.
I've asked questions. I got
That's
this
one of mine
note.
too. Yeah.
It was amazing. It tastes like chicken. It tastes like chicken and what are those little ball things?
Scallops.
Scallop.
Yeah.
It tastes just like
What?
chicken and scallop. Yes,
Yeah.
it's amazing with that chimichurri.
Have you had gator, Jonesy?
No, I
Yeah,
have not.
I've had deep
Oh,
fried
I've had-
gator. I've had deep fried gator bites. Lots
I've
of
had
times.
what people pass off as gator jerky. I don't know. I'm not sure if it is or not. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I haven't. That actually at our meetup we were going to have in September. We were going to open fire a whole alligator, but that will be delayed. So we'll do that next spring.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you guys should come out when that happens. You
Gator's
guys fly
one of
out
my
to Ohio.
favorites. It's
Oh please!
Yeah.
I want to go to Ohio.
Let's
never
go.
been. I've never been anywhere. I'm such
You
a
heard it here
loser.
first. Someone actually wants to go to Ohio. Allie, I like her. She's restoring faith in Ohio kind. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely gator or even maybe duck. I don't know. We've never really.
Oh. Have you ever had
wanna-
goose?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with her.
Well,
on
you guys
that.
are in California. You got the best goose around.
Shut your dirty whore mouth.
I mean, you got filet mignon flying above your head all day
No,
long. You don't even know it.
No
Yeah,
joke.
we should it.
No joke.
Oh.
I duck hunt up here, and there's teal and mallard and Canadian geese are like some of the best meat I've ever tasted in my life. Period. End of discussion. That and elk, hands down.
One of our friends actually just invited us to go
Dove hunting.
dove hunting.
Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta
dove
do the
is
dove.
so
Dove
good.
is so
It's
good.
so good.
Oh,
Good
okay,
job.
okay.
Dude. Yeah. Wrap
So
them in
good.
bacon. Oh
It's
my
a
gosh.
shit ton. Hopefully, you're not the one cleaning them. If there's a service to clean them for you, pay for it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
you do all that
otherwise-
work and you get like breast nuggets about that big.
Yeah, you
That's
go,
what we're telling us. It's just
Yeah.
nuggets.
but
but
dude,
we
oh,
Yeah,
heard
you literally
dove,
get nuggets.
dove breast chili is, oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or you
dude,
take your dove and
experience
you
that.
wrap them in some bacon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I love bacon.
Dude, dove breast wrapped in bacon is stupid, ridiculously
Yeah,
good.
and so is quail. You have quail out in California, right?
Oh,
Yeah, we do. I
it's
used to
the
eat a lot of quail as a kid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
Yeah,
never talked. We've never talked about it. We've never talked about it.
we can't ever get an we're in edgewise between Ohio and mostly Texas. So
Oh, don't act like don't talk about California. We talk about California. It's negatively, but we do talk
yeah,
about
you guys
California.
talk shit on California. The funny thing is like, yeah, there's a lot of really awesomeness out here. A lot of really cool stuff in California, dude. And like down where you guys are, like that's where I first started going dove hunting with my dad before I even could hunt. Just like out there thinking with my little, you know, there's good dove hunting down there. On all the old rock quarries and stuff. Do you guys know where you're
Yeah.
going?
No, I'm not sure. They mentioned it. It's apparently like a family tradition. They go every year, and this is
Yeah,
the first
nice.
year we got invited. So
Yeah.
it's pretty tempting. I want to go because I
So
don't know if I
good.
can pull this. I don't know if I can pull the trigger though. I'm down to eat. I just
It
don't
happens
know if
so
I can
fast.
do it.
It happens so fast. So if
I'll pull it. It's fine.
I mean, I
Yeah.
cry with
Yeah.
I cry when Bambi died. I cry with every single Pixar movie. I mean, I'm
no,
just
so straight up, I can't even watch the videos when my wife is watching them help stray animals because I get sad. I'm like, who abandoned that poor little animal? You freaking
Yes.
Sarah McCullough gets you at Christmas every year.
no,
doesn't
no,
she?
no, screw that. I ain't buying into all that. No.
May
I'm
it
talking about
be
legit.
when darkness falls.
I will remember. Anyway, it's not that I'm like,
Sorry.
it's not that I just like turn it off because I'm like, oh, I'm getting food. Like, screw this animal. You know, you still feel the respect for it, but there's that whole, you know, it's all part of
It's
it.
all fun and games, so you got to eat your own cat, and it gets real.
That
No.
won't happen. I don't have cats.
I was just seeing if they were paying attention, and they clearly weren't. Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry.
She was asking me a question.
I was like, which
Yeah.
animals that you kill and then you have to eat the heart? Well, I don't know if that's
That's like what
Deer.
they say about deer.
here.
On
Deer,
deer camp, you got to drink the blood or
pig,
take a bite of the heart. Most
chicken
people
heart-
really don't do it. Just
Chicken
letting you
hearts
know.
are chicken hearts are a thing. Chicken hearts are a thing.
Just FYI,
Which-
goose hearts are delicious.
Oh, I'm sure the best ever.
Goose heart.
I said goose hearts. I didn't say California goose hearts.
Oh, those other ones are great. Don't act like you've added goose hearts outside of California, Johnsy. Don't even start.
No, but I've had moose from Maine.
I have a belly button.
It's pretty good.
These comments are crazy. You guys are crazy.
Oh, dude, we
You guys
have
are
Yeah.
crazy.
We
Our
have
show
a
on
wild-
Sunday is
we have a
Johnsy
wild
and Damon
crowd.
have created a fantastic Friday show. So, I need to get rolling here
Yeah,
before too long.
yeah, we actually are a little past normal time.
We went beyond. Yeah.
Tell us
We-
to shut the fuck up.
No,
Why are you
no.
so entertaining us?
No, if it goes whatever, it goes whatever. But you know, I got work tomorrow.
It's
late
Monday
for,
tomorrow.
The problem is it's late for Tony and them over there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's 10:37 over here. So
Okay,
it's,
Grandpa, go to sleep then. Whatever.
Allie, hey, guess you lost their invite for the alligator cook-off.
No.
Anthony's still alive though. He's cool.
Idaho.
Allie, you get to stay home and watch the kids. Congratulations. You get to make butter noodles all by yourself. Suck it.
Hey, I'll be with the guys drinking garage beers. I don't know what you're
There
gonna
we
do.
go. There we go.
Yeah.
So,
Anthony's
hey,
drinking garage beers, getting it on his mustache because it's like, American. And
Get a close up of that.
you'll be
what's your one cook? Tony?
Smirnoffs.
What's your one cook?
What's that?
What's your one dream?
What?
Your bucket
Dream
list
cook?
Your bucket list cook.
I want to dry age a whole fillet or strip loin for like 60 days and then recook. I want to do some dry age. I want to do some dry age. Yeah.
Cool.
That's my dream. Like, I'm something that takes me 2 months for that one cook where it's just an experience within experience. And like, it was worth it.
I'm making
Something that
guanciale, and I'm having a hard time waiting that stupid
So
2
good.
months.
Yeah. So,
Have you guys had
but yeah,
smoked
I'd
cheese?
say
Made your own
That's
smoked
mine.
cheese? You have to wait a whole freaking month to eat it.
Yeah, Hey, look,
Over.
lady, I make my own bacon, and it takes like a week or two, however you want to do it, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I butcher a pig every year. Well, it's been on my list to make guanciale, which they traditionally make from the cheek. So I got extra cheeks this year, and I make it on. And I'm watching on 2 months. I just got to sit in my fridge, and I can't even touch it. So it's rough.
Yeah, I would have ate it already.
But hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a super blast. I hate to cut off the conversation.
I know. Hey, we got to run this one back for sure. We definitely.
Yeah, we got to have you guys back on for round
Definitely.
2.
Maybe a Friday. Maybe we
didn't
do a
even get to any of you guys'
I know.
other cool reels or anything I had ready to talk about.
We kept
Sorry,
talking.
Johnsy.
No,
It's
no,
a good thing when we don't need to resort to the videos, though.
It is. It's real. I love when it just goes. That makes it easy. It makes it an easy, good show. But hey, everybody, go follow Anthony. I did it the first try. The right finger, the right way. Right side. Go follow Anthony and Allie, CYB Barbecue everywhere. I forget who we got. Who's coming on this Friday? What do we got Friday? It's a surprise.
Change of plans. Our Jennifer Burns canceled, so we got Bam Bam coming in on Friday instead. We got Brian Stewart and possibly his brother Rusty. So hopefully we get that happen.
Nice.
So we lost our show and we gained another one. So that's how we work.
Nice. And then next week we got Rose's Backyard Barbecue. I hope I didn't mess that up. Yeah, Rose's Backyard Barbecue out of Oregon. Hey, everybody, appreciate you, Anthony, Allie. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much. I feel like we got nothing accomplished, but I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
What an honor to be on this show. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
It's an honor for you to seriously, it's an honor for you to dedicate this much time to us in the show. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it was a blast. Everybody, thank you so much. Have a good week. Have a good week or rest of your last little bit of your weekend.
Be good, do good, love somebody.
Yeah, ELE, everybody love everybody.